We never had a lot of money, but my parents were really good savers. Both my grandfathers were Lutheran pastors, so it was, I mean, that's always been a priority. That's part of your growing up, you know about giving to the church, so that was always something that was a given. And like I said, they just always saved. I don't know that, and made wise decisions. Like my father only ever bought a car if he could pay cash for it, and if we didn't have the money for it, we just didn't have it. That's the way it went.
It was a whole lot different. We weren't savers. Basically, the military provided everything for the family. So my parents lived a little different lifestyle. We ate out. The deal was the parents could have kind of like a cocktail hour before and after, and there was rooms for the kids to play. For giving, I don't know what my parents gave. I don't remember ever seeing, write a check. Like, I don't know. If my mom wanted something, we got it. She didn't have any problem about going out using a credit card and buying something right then and there. So totally different. And I didn't learn much to save. That was kind of different when we first got married. She was a saver and I was a spender. So we had totally different lifestyles to start out with.
I kind of think I've always paid the bills. So and I have a little way of doing it on my little thing, and I write them all down and when they're due and how much they are and which paycheck it can come out of, and so I've kind of got the month plan, and that's just the way it's always been. And it's when we have a paycheck, that's when we do things. When I write the bills, I write the church check, and then we go from there. I let him know if there's not enough money and we need to figure out, where, what bill we can wait on, what bill, we can do this with, how much we need to take out of savings, whatever.
So it was always nice to know, even though I was never really too involved with it. I kind of had an idea and I could see where we were. So it was nice to always be sort of grounded, if you want to say, in where we were. So I like that.
But if we were making a major purchase or anything like that, that we always discussed that and figured out, what we could like afford for a car payment but he's always, I came into the marriage with, it doesn't have to be new, used is okay, this isn't so, we don't have to have the top of the line, and he always kind of wanted the top of the line, and I can follow that lead really well. So yeah, but it's it's worked out. We still don't do it if we can't afford it, but
yeah, my parents always liked the best, so I had the same attitude. You get the best, and we kind of follow that now on the same line. We try to do what we think is the best, or get what we think is the best, so it lasts longer. But I've calmed down a lot in spending. I'm a little bit more rational now than I ever used to be, but it did take a while. There was never, just simple, easy. There was a lot of discussions, and sometimes they were a little more than discussions, but it was a different background, and I didn't see it as a problem, and but luckily it didn't get out of control. But there was spending on motorcycles, always those.
Yeah.
So we had a problem.
Like I said, I was raised that way. I mean, that's just part of your Christian life, is giving to the church.
It didn't mean anything to me to tithe, and it wasn't until actually Ma and Jen and Ruth kind of all talked about it, and I started getting an understanding of it, but still I wasn't paying the bills, so it didn't make much sense to me, or too much of a concern to me. But the more I started, Jen and Ma are talking to me more and more, they kind of got an idea going, and so that's why I started reading the Bible, and I finally started seeing what it was all about, and then found out about first fruits, and that kind of made sense. And so that's where we kind of got into discussion from that point on about tithing should be off what we make totally. Now, of course, for about the last 10 years, maybe 12 years, I actually go to church most every Sunday. So it's different. I now have an involvement. I have a reason, and tithing just makes sense. We like it, and it doesn't seem to hurt us. We seem to be all right, so it's been
Yeah.
good. So
Hasn't hurt a bit.
no,
Hasn't hurt a bit.
not a bit. So we're happy. We're glad. So.
Number one, I'd say pray about it.
Ruth writes down every bill we get per month. And we've had them for years. And we have these steno books that you can go back 10, 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see some of the ups and downs, the changes, how things have done, we've done differently. And
How long it took to pay off
how
the
long
lemon card.
so when you buy
know.
something, you can see
Yeah.
the length of time.
You do, as far as your giving, is fine with me. But if you can, say to God, "Yep, this is the way it is, and I'm right," then that's fine, But if you're just making a lot of excuses, don't make them to me. Make them to God.
Everything we have, we know comes from the Lord. We work hard, but it's not ours. And giving back, it's easy to do. We've been lucky. We've been blessed.